Hey everybody, Beth here. It is November 15th, and I want to talk about some recent implications that the Taliban is drawing closer to Iran and further from the US and Pakistan. The first is from a press conference that Zabiullah Mujahid, the spokesperson for the Taliban, gave in recent days, where he talked about the US continuing to send its drones into Afghan airspace, violating Afghanistan's sovereignty, and he said that the US drones were coming in through another country's airspace. He did not name that country. Afghanistan International implies that he's talking about Pakistan, as he has accused the US of using Pakistani airspace to bring its drones in before. The other thing he said about the US the other day is that he will not cede a single inch of space inside Afghanistan to the US. And there he's talking about Bagram Airfield. He said this before in response to President Donald Trump asking to have Bagram Airfield back in US possession. He also denied that the Chinese are present at BAF, which is a rumor I've heard quite a lot in recent years. But as far as Iran goes, there are two things that imply this closer relationship. The first is that the trade routes that went between Afghanistan and Pakistan have been impacted with the recent conflict between the two countries. And those trade routes have now started going through Iran. The other thing is that Mujahid mentioned that Iran and Afghanistan have a good and brotherly relationship when he was giving this press call. And when someone asked him, what about water rights? He kind of said, well, we'll give Iran water if water levels allow. For those who don't recall, several summers ago, the Taliban sent a large number of military vehicles and personnel to the western border in response to a water conflict between Iran and Afghanistan. And these are things that happen all the time. This is a long-standing issue. But the Taliban appeared prepared to go to war with Iran over water rights, and they would have been decimated militarily by Iran. So it would have been a foolish decision. But the interesting thing as far as the US goes is that there was a lot of progress that appeared to be being made in regards to hostage release negotiations between the US and the Taliban. But if the Taliban is pushing away from the US, the future of those negotiations seems to be at risk, which isn't good for people like Mahmoud Habibi, who remain in Taliban detention. This is an ongoing thing as per usual, and I will continue to provide updates.